First of all, I just want to say how much of a mess this video is. I didn't have the time to edit it at all. Basically, the whole thing is a voiceover. I'll be explaining more into the video, but I just want to say there's no editing in this video, and I'm so sorry for that, but you'll see why. Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. It is me, Shadow, back at again. And if I sound a little sad, it is because I am, because first game I recorded actually yesterday. I forgot to press record, which kind of really sucks. And then this one, I actually did press record, but then my mic was muted. So I basically just had I had one full game with no audio, and then one video I forgot to record. So right now I'm just outside, chilling, doing a voiceover. And we actually right now have an 82 overall squad. So 83 offense, 81 defense. So if I kind of sound like I know what's happening, it's not because I'm cheating or whatever. It's just because it already happened for me. So no amazingly large pickups behind George Kittle, who's now an 88 overall, but we do have 50 out of 50 team chemistry. So that's pretty nice. It's giving not a lot of overall boost to our offense, but to our defense it does. So yeah, like I said before, we did pick up George Kittle. I really was hoping he would get some good abilities, but I'll be honest, he doesn't really. Our Ed McCaffrey's now a 91 overall. Yeah, nothing really major. Also, sorry if I really don't know what's going on, because sometimes I don't have everything memorized. Only good thing that I think he may have had is this mid-in elite, because of the new plays that I'm using. I'm running a new scheme that I learned on huddle.gg. I'm using Atlanta Falcons offense and Detroit Lions defense. So yeah, right now, just real quick, I'm going to do a quick edit. It's a voiceover of just all of this stuff added to the team and what has happened. Alright boys, this is just a quick voiceover to go over what happened. So we have a get a gold, I go power up, and then I get JJ Watt. Wrong clip, but then I get that defensive tackle, which is going to help us out a lot. We also get Robbie Gold there, and all of this is to get 50 out of 50 chemistry, alright? And then I look, and the JJ Watt's a solid 5.5 100 coins, so I go ahead, sell them for 5.4, just undercut a little bit, just try and get them to sell quick. Just get those coins, get out of there. Who really cares if you really capitalize? It's just 5,000 coins. Here we spend all of our team captain tokens on Ed McCaffrey. We buy them from the store. It's just 45k for 3. Something I was willing to do because he now gets 3 team chemistry, so now he's 91 overall. I was really hoping he would get some very good ability. He does get outside apprentice, which I am kind of tempted to buy, but I'm not really quite sure about it. Next up, we get Deion Sanders. We power him up, and this is before I had 50 out of 50 chemistry, but now he has actually 93 speed, and as you guys can see, this is just 89. Here we have my Team of the Week pack from Mutt Rewards. I'm like, I'm not going to get anything good. Rookie, Team of the Week, let it be good, and it's 79. That's horrible. Go again, gold. Then I'm like, this might be good. Oh my god, I just pulled 85 Preston Smith. Not the best pull in the world. I've already pulled him before. Yeah, but here's a Twitch pack. I don't think I got anything that insane out of this pack. I just got an 82 Geno Watkins. Here, we actually buy 89 Jerry Rice, and we are adding him to the squad. Welcome, Jerry Rice. Just kidding. We're actually just quick selling him. I spent 100k on 3,500 training. Later in the year, I'm going to laugh at myself and go, wow, you spent 100k for 3,500 training. That's now 3,000 coins. Here I get 86 Jaquiski Tart from the Team Builder Fantasy Pack. He's our starting strong safety now. His is solid speed, I think 89 speed, which isn't bad at all. Next up, we get this power up. Let me tell you guys, it's insane. We pull Tyreek Hill. My heart stopped, and this was late at night, so I could not scream. I stopped breathing. This was when he was his price started to drop. So He wasn't at like the 150K, so I ended up selling him for like very cheap, actually, like 87K. Which, I mean, still is such an amazing amount for a power up. I mean, with the amount of coins he sold for, I've got a ton of upgrades because of him, so I'm very thankful for that. And so yeah, that's basically just all the upgrades we got. So now you guys should have just watched that. Here's our defense. Almost everything is overall boosted. It's not bad at all. I don't know if it's our strong's suit or not. But anyways, we have our 89 power-up Deion Sanders, but chemistry gives him 90 overall. And he has some crazy speed. Acceleration, agility, 93, 93, 93. I just know he has 393 speed stats. He has some pretty good stuff. Our defense for sure isn't bad, but it's not the ideal theme team. We did pick up Robbie Gould, like you guys probably should have just seen in the recap video. So the game that I didn't actually record, I'm just going to do a recap of it right now. Alright guys, I probably should have just gave a rundown on what happened, but so we had a crazy game and I just looked and I did not click record. So that is incredibly unfortunate. So I'm just going to have all of the highlights going on, okay? So the game's over. And so here we are. So Jimmy G passes the ball, goes, and I accidentally unpaused, and I throw an interception, okay? Not good, okay? Next play. He has the ball, right? So we're going to go over onto him, and we're going to play. And he scrambles out. We're sending crazy pressure, and this guy throws a hot dot. I missed the tackle by a lot, and he ends up scoring a touchdown. Next play. Jimmy Garoppolo hands the ball off to he passes the ball to Raheem Mostert for a big play, big juke, big hit. Next play, I don't know why I'm saying Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, he's my quarterback, but I then throw a hot dot to Ed McCaffrey. Next up, we rush to Raheem Mostert right up the seam and got a very good, Get a very good, run. Next, we check it down to George Kittle. That guy misses the tackle, and we get in for the touchdown. Next up, he has the ball, and this whole game, he just runs this play, alright? Hands it off, and it was not a huge gain, so that's pretty good. Next up, I think this is like 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches, maybe. He runs a little stretch, and we actually make the tackle, which I was very happy with how the team is playing. So that quarter ends 7-6. Next up, second quarter. What happens? Also, guys, I'm very upset that we didn't that didn't work out. So I'm very upset that it wasn't recording, and I wish I could have seen it towards the beginning. But this is what I'm gonna do. So he scrambles out. I'm using a new offensive and defensive. We're sending crazy pressure. Unfortunately, he goes and scores a touchdown. He's just faster than our guys. Next up, we have the ball. We're running this wildcat. Raheem Mostert takes the read option right up the seam, makes a man miss, and if he wasn't there, that probably would have been a house call. Next up, this is an amazing beater, all right? Watch. Never mind, wrong play. But anyways, George Kittle gets it for about a 25-yard pass. Next up, what happens is we get the ball, go for it, little screen pass again. He goes, going, gone, touchdown, Raheem Mostert. Next up, he has the ball. This was the only formation he stayed in. This is the only play he ran. And then he gets an air truck and gets a very decent run. Next up, he has the ball again. Hands it off, stretch, and we make a good stop. Now it is 4th and 3. So he goes, hands it off right up the middle, and we actually get the stop. This is a turning point, all right? Next, we have the ball. And what happens? We hike it, obviously, and we throw a little laser beam to Kendrick Bourne for a 10-yard gain. Then we go ahead and throw another hot dot to same play actually for 18-yard pass. Next up, here we are. Don't know what just happened. That is actually so incredibly unfortunate because that play we actually scored a touchdown to George Kittle. Okay. Next up, he hands off the ball. I mean, sorry, doesn't hand it off, but he checks it down. It's not even a check down, but he mosses our guy, breaks a tackle, and then he gets a 69-yard touchdown. Then he goes for 2, runs the ball, no surprise, and gets it. Then goes ahead. I have the ball. Deep pass, and I actually make the pass. This was with literally 3 seconds in the second quarter. Unfortunately, I didn't have any timeouts. So now the score is 18-22. All right, third quarter. Again, I'm so sorry that none of this saved. I'm so upset about it. So he hikes the ball. Mecole Hardman with a return. Again, this is not us, but he goes ahead and gets a little nice 30-yard return. Then he has the ball, goes like this, bop, 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 gets the ball, throws the ball, and Rod Woodson gets the INT. Another big game changer. Next, we hike the ball. Jimmy Garoppolo throws the ball, and we get a very weird jumbled up pass. Then we go like this. Again, I'm so sorry I'm rushing through this. I have to get off right now. And he throws a hot dot. I have to get off right now, very, very soon. So I'm just trying to go through this quickly. I'm probably going to have another gameplay. Again, we're our crazy pressure. And for some reason, he still gets through and gets the pass off. Next up, runs the ball. Bo Jackson, 3rd and 1. And we make the stop. Now it is 4th and 1. What's going to happen? He runs a read option, and we send the pressure and get him, which means it's converted. So no points scored in the third quarter. Next up, right here. And again, the play's not there, which is extremely unfortunate because it is a rushing touchdown by Raheem Mostert. Next up, runs the ball, Bo Jackson. No surprise, outruns my guy. Well, does he? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, crazy spin. Makes some guys miss. Then he gets the ball, goes ahead, throws it to Tyron Calico, and this guy was just obliterating Ronnie Lott the whole entire game, okay? So he runs the ball down the seam for a touchdown, goes for 2, and does not get it, okay? So now I have the ball. Jimmy Garoppolo with the pass, and unfortunately we get sacked. I think the only sack we allowed this entire game, so our offensive line was playing amazing. We go deep bomb. And that play is just such a great beater. George Kittle. Then we go ahead, hike the ball. I mean, we hike the ball every play. And unfortunately, we throw an interception, which seals the game. Again, you guys don't really need to see him kneel the ball. So now there's 3 seconds left. I know this game is lost, but might as well try a kick return. I fair catch and then realize I'm not going to have the time. So I go ahead, scoop it up, spin move, make a miss. I'm like, hey, there's some hope. But unfortunately, we couldn't get the block on that guy. We juke him out, but then those guys just come and stop us. So unfortunately, we lose the game 28-24. Amazing game to him. This guy had a literal God squad. I'm not joking. So Jimmy Garoppolo had a better rating than Lamar Jackson. He had 15 completions, 21 attempts, 273 passing yards, 71%. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He had 1, 3, 50. You guys know how to read. Rushing, Bo Jackson just killed us. He had 15 rushing attempts, which just killed me. Mostert also did very good. Now receiving, George Kittle, 5 receptions, 79 yards. Mostert had 69 yards, 5. Yeah, it was kind of confusing because we were both the snappers, but honestly, it was a great game. Just GG to him. And supposedly, at least I hope, we're now going to have an actual gameplay going right now. So if that sounds kind of weird, it's just because it is. I had to get off of my Xbox at 2:30 my time, and basically what happened was the game finished at 2:29, and then I realized I wasn't recording. So that was an 8-minute recap. I probably trimmed it down, though, quite a bit. just because we lost 28-24. It really wasn't all that important, but just know that we did lose. For some reason in our seasons, it does say that we lost 24-0. I don't know why, but so we are 0-3. So hopefully we do get some wins today. Obviously, I already know what happened, but I'm not going to spoil it so you guys can watch the whole video. Also, I am actually going to be going on vacation tomorrow, so sorry uploads have been so weird. I've just been so busy. I mean, you know, the usual YouTuber excuse. And I don't know how often I'm going to be uploading. I don't know if I'm going to be uploading next week, just because, you know, obviously I'm going to be on vacation. But so yeah, let's just hop into game one. Got that. Okay, we're now in the game. That is our top 3. Unfortunately, it does go by ability and not by overall. And this guy has a pretty dang good team. 89 Andre Johnson, 90 power-up Stephon Gilmore, and Aeneas Williams. Stephon Gilmore for sure scared me. I think anybody that looks at my top 3 is going to be like, oh wow, that's isn't menacing at all. Sorry, I just blew the fly just like was flying into me. So he kicks it off, and we're going to be taking it out with Deion Sanders. Just kidding, we call a fair catch. Also, I can't really see what's happening in the lower half of the screen because of the voiceover I'm doing. But so anyways, we're just calling our audibles here. Let's just skip to the next big play. It's now 3rd and 20. We are not in a good situation, so I'm just going for basically like the bomb play that will work actually in this formation. So let's see, can Kendrick Bourne go up? And unfortunately, it is intercepted. It was just a one-on-one coverage. I was just hoping, you know, maybe, I mean, some weird glitch could happen. Maybe that not be as good cornerback, and we pick up a large first down there, but unfortunately we do not. Sorry. So the defense I am running is just 4-3 even 6-1 in the Detroit Lions, like I already said. And this guy called actually all of his plays out of 5 wide. So first play, oh my god, I just spit and I spit all over myself. It's actually an incompletion, no surprise. I mean, we're just, I mean, the whole, what's it called? The whole scheme that I'm doing is all about pressure. And when you're in 5 wide, you don't really have a lot of protection for pressure. So let's see, what's his next play? Oh, no surprise, it's 5 wide. Does he get the completion? As you can see, he actually burned one of our guys. He goes to D-bomb it, but 2 of our guys get there, and it is incomplete. Also, if you're wondering what this sound is, just because of flies going into my face. Again. Alright, 3rd and 10. No surprise, he's just going to keep doing what he's been doing literally the whole entire game, and by the whole game, I mean by the 2 previous plays. So, let's see, maybe he does a slant on somebody instead of all streaks. Nope, all streaks except for that guy. And he throws a weird incomplete pass. Probably was pressure inaccurate. Then he pauses the game. I was like, wait, what? Why would you pause? Are you like just trying to sub somebody in? And then this happens. He concedes the game. So I'm like, oh my gosh, first win of the season. And at this point, I'm honestly fine if we lose a game. Just because, I mean, the pressure of going 7 straight wins, going 7-3, because like you can't lose a singular game, because in the spot we are in, we are 0-3, but now we're 1-3. So I would have been fine losing a game, because then we just get a clean slate. We can lose 3 games instead of being able to lose 0 games. But so I was like, you know what, let's just play another game. All right, so let's hop right into it. All right, here we are inside of the game. That is our top 3. Again, it's just the people with abilities. So Jimmy G, and then the superstar MVP. And this guy has superstar MVPs as well. He has Trey White, Lamar Jackson, and Mr. Tyler Lockett. Last game had a pretty good top 3, and this one does as well. So we're actually playing against Lions. I found it kind of ironic since I'm playing Lions defense. But so both of our games we've started out on offense, which honestly I don't really like. This one, do we take it out? Yes, we do take this out. And try and get a spin. We get it. Unfortunately, those guys are there. If blocking existed in Madden, that may have been a kick return. But anyways, we're going to do our quick little audibles. Then I was like, you know what, dude? Why not? Wildcat's here for a reason. So I went into Wildcat, which puts Raheem Mostert at quarterback and Tevin Coleman at halfback. So here we are, and we decide to hand it off, and we get pretty much nothing. I was like, you know what? Might as well. I mean, this game's for fun, right? But I know a lot of people don't see it that way. So now it's 2nd and 9. And we're just going like this. Only has one ability on defense, I think, as of right now. Looks like he does have Derek Brooks. Get the screen pass to Mostert. Going. I thought it may have been a touchdown, but unfortunately it's not. It's still a pretty good pass. Like 28 yards, I'm pretty sure. What happened? What happened? When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'. Alright, here we are. You guys will probably see throughout this whole video, bunch of trails, one of my favorite plays, alright? So I'm looking, and there's Kittle, the guy that I spent $80K in total, 800 training, 60K for his elite, 20K for his power-up. And I was like, you know what, man, how do you not make that pass? But just the offense I'm running, tight ends are just so important in it. And the 49ers have a very good tight end, so it was pretty good. So here we are. We're going for this deep bomb. I was like, oh, yo, Kittle's right there. Aggressive catch. That's 2 drops for George Kittle. And those 2 plays were really the only reason I bought him. So I was like, you know what, I'm kind of regretting this investment. I mean, not really an investment, but I mean, I bought him. So let's see. We go with this. I think this is corner strike. And we check down to Kittle. And he breaks the tackle and gets the first down. I was like, you know what? George Kittle, you know what, man? You're just such a good player. I think you got this, all right? So I go hurry up, and then I'm pretty sure, yeah, I run, I cut it inside, and it is a house call. Great play by Raheem Mostert. This gun bunch is not for running, but we made something out of nothing. Sorry if it sounded like I just got a little distracted. I just got an email from my Yahoo League fantasy football saying that my defenses won't play. First it was the Titans, and then it is now the Chiefs. And here, the whole time I've been messing up these field goals. Like, last game, the game that I lost 20-24, I missed every single field goal attempt I had. So when I made that PAT, it felt really good because we were up 7-0 instead of 6-0. So now we're going to kick it off, see how this guy's offense works. He decides to take it out, and I realize I just kicked it to Tyler Lockett with return man, but we get him down at like about the 30-yard line, so we're fine. So I'm pretty sure I already said, but I just run this 4-3 even 6-1, and I just do this Mike Will blitz play, and it works pretty dang well because watch this. I mean, I don't know if we get anything this play, but later on in the video, you guys will see this. It's his bread and butter. This slants play, he calls every single play, pretty much. All right, and while he does that, he's gonna take off for Lamar. Okay, with Lamar. So I was like, I should probably QB spy him, but I didn't realize this until a couple plays into the future. So right here, I can see he does it again. Takes off with Lamar again and gets the first down, unfortunately. So here we are. Don't know if anything happens here. So it's his slants play again. And we have the heat coming at him, so he throws it out of bounds. Guys, we'll see. The whole scheme on defense is just pressure. And that's what we're getting, so I'm really happy with that. So here we are. I start to QB spy people. I actually pinch. He does the slants again. I'm here. I cover it. And he takes off with Lamar. And at this point, I'm like, man, just let me be. 3rd and 5. Let's get a stop here, all right? So I'm like, okay, we're going to get a stop here. And then this happens. Bang. I have no clue how my cornerback and my user made not a single play on that. I have really no clue, no idea. At this point, I'm like, shoot, this is actually working. That's kind of scary, but Our pressure comes in and forces him to throw it out of bounds, which is great. 2nd and 10. Alright, let's see what happens. 2nd and 10. I decide to QB contain. And oh look, it's Madden 20 yet again. Stretch to the left. Takes my man's ankles. Thankfully, Deion Sanders can make the tackle like he should. Just saying. Spent a lot for you, so please make some big plays. Now here I start pinching my linebackers actually, which brings them up to this like 3 linebacker set. And I put basically the left outside or right outside, well, the person to my left on a QB spy. Because I'm like, I need a QB spy because of what's going on with him. So he throws it out of bounds here. So I'm like, you know what? This might be the meta. I'm just going to keep doing this with my middle linebackers. So I do. Put him on a QB spy. These are Fred Warner, who should be blitzing, but he's not. Just because I'm using him. And then I realize I click on Dre Greenlaw, and we get pressure like that. Like, very, very quick. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't use her Fred if that's what's going to happen, but that wasn't actually Fred. So, still, 3rd and 18 now. And obviously you have to go for it on 3rd down. So I pinch my linebackers because that's what's been looking. And then Rod Woodson gets burnt by, I don't remember who that is. I think it's Tyler Lockett. But I really don't understand how well he just burns past him. I mean, obviously that Rod Woodson isn't the best in the world. I think I might have to do some training on him. And then right here it's 7-7, and then I realized we have a game on our hands. Like, dude, why can't I just get an easy game? Like, well, I guess I just did, so. Alright, he kicks it off. I gotta take it out with Deion, just because it's like at the 3-yard line. I try and get a seam. Fortunately, I do not. I get to the 23-yard line. And I'm like, dude, why not? Let's just go Wildcat again. So here we are in Wildcat. Let's see if we can get anything out of it. Spoiler alert. Alright, here we go. Honestly, I couldn't even audible out of it if I wanted to, because Mostert would still be the quarterback. But anyways, I mean, it's a nice gain of 4 yards, which if you give me 4 yards every play, I will take it every single play. So now it's 2nd and 6. And we're doing this Atlanta sail play, where you motion the B receiver out, then you snap it, then you have to low ball, just like that. Like, that is the definition of a dot. And I'm feeling really good about myself, because I had just watched an hour of stuff on Boogs telling me, do this, and I'm doing it, and it's working good. So here I say, let's just check it down. And I mean, every single day, all day, every day, if you give me those 5-yard checkdowns, I will take it, because I will march down the field. And here we go. And we get sacked, unfortunately, for like, I think, 10-yard loss. 9-yard loss, sorry. So now it's 3rd and 14, and now we are going into the 2-minute warning. So as you guys can see, I'm still in this bunch trail play. This is my favorite. And then I'm like, you know what? That's a dot. And then I'm like, actually, it's a lurk. Which, I mean, I thought that was an insane lurk, but that's Trey White, and he's a pretty good cornerback. So if you have him, you kind of expect to get that. And then, hey, look, back in Madden 20, stretch to the left. So I'm like, oh, don't let it be one of these games. So I start calling my audibles. I put my corners by overall, stay in this, and I keep doing this blitz. And this time, I just pinched, and he is at the 44-yard line. Watch over to your left. Deion Sanders gets obliterated by Tyler Lockett. I understand Tyler might be better in this comparison, but isn't one 86 or 87 and one 90? And doesn't one have 93 speed and the other probably have just 89? Like, I really don't understand. I've allowed 2 touchdowns from the same exact play, and that just kind of annoyed me. Here we take it out with Deion. See if we can get something, and I'm like, oh my god. Kick return? But then I think that's the tight end makes the tackle. Unfortunately, not a kick return touchdown. I mean, I haven't got one all year, so I thought that would have been super cool. But unfortunately, even if it did happen, I wouldn't have been able to get my live reaction. So I'm scared now because Trey White has lockdown over there. So I'm like, you know what? Let's run a slip screen to the literal opposite end of the field. And it works. We get a solid 5-yard gain. And here we are, bunch trail. And then I go, you know what? Look at X. X was wide open on that play, but I did not see it. Why past tense me? Did he not see that? But anyways, we check down and we get the first down, which, I mean, in the end, I guess that's what matters. I mean, moving the chains, but I'd rather have a touchdown than a first down. Anyways, let's see. I go for a deep bomb. And Jimmy Garoppolo cannot make the pass. Unfortunate. Very, very. And we have 42 seconds until we go into the next half. And I'm not receiving. So I'm like, wow, nothing's open. I check down again. Then I call timeout. I'm like, all right, let's go. Atlanta Trail, boys. Come on. Give me something. Anything. Motion him out. And then I get the worst pass I've ever seen. See, I try and do this pass lead, but all that happens is Jimmy ends up moving up in the pocket. And either one, it's an interception like it is there, or he ends up getting sacked, which is not what I want. So here we are. I'm just staying in this. Oh, look, the slants. No surprise. Easy little check down for him. Calls a timeout. I'm like, oh, dude, I cannot allow a touchdown or a field goal because that's going to make it a 2-possession game. And then he's going to get the ball. And I cannot allow him to make this 3 possessions. So I stick with this user. And I'm like, oh, can nobody keep up with Lamar? Because, I mean, this is an 81 overall defense. Only one person is probably as fast as Lamar. So I'm like, all right, let's just play our coverage. Can I get anything here? And we get the crazy pressure, and we get a sack for a loss of, I think, 13 from just our little blitz. And it's working, and that's all that matters. And we get stuck on a D lineman, and he throws it up and gets intercepted by Rod Woodson. I would say this is your makeup play, Rod, but wasn't for 6 because you did let up that touchdown, but you did get the interception to keep him from getting a touchdown. So I guess you could say it evens out, but not by much. So I'm like, dude, there's no time left. Might as well go for a deep bomb. Wasn't intercepted, just knocked to the ground, which I'm fine with. Now we're heading into the third quarter. trying to remember what happened. Again, I pinch my linebackers. I'm like, this is the meta. And I decide not to blitz those people. And we get that amazing pressure. And then he gets an intentional grounding, which I think might... I'm not sure if I would have put him back farther than the sack. But, I mean, basically that was a sack. So, that's great. It's now 2nd and 22. 22, sorry. And he goes back to this little verticals play. And he has all the time in the world, which kind of annoys me. And then we got the pick. Wait. No, we don't, because nobody in this game knows how to catch. So, unfortunately, Rod Woodson drops a pick. And then Fred Warner can't get the tip drill. So, I really need to power up Rod a little more. He goes deep. Rod goes and gets the INT. Good job. He now has 2 picks. Jukes out a offensive lineman. I mean, he could have had 2 a little while ago. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? You're kind of making up for it, Rod. Good job. Then I'm like, let's go and run Wildcat, the best formation in the game. Just kidding. It's a loss of 5. So I'm like, we need to get back to Atlanta Sale. Or just whatever play we're going to run in this gun bunch. See, the thing about gun bunch is you end up getting so caught up in the bunch. And then you realize just how good that far receiver on the left is. And how open he will get. You just end up completely ignoring him. There we get a pretty good slip screen for 8 yards. I mean, I'll take it every day. Just give me 8 yards every play and I'll be happy. We go with our Atlanta Sale, motion him out. And then we get a laser, nope, it's incomplete. And then I'm like, dude, we got that George Kittle. We have to do this. Like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I'm like, just please don't come out in coverage. Don't come out in coverage. And he comes out in field goal block. And then this happens. He is actually playing on him, but I playmaker him up. And our kicker, Robbie Gold, throws an absolute dime to George Kittle to get a touchdown on a fake field goal. Now, keep in mind, this isn't Weekend League. This isn't the sweaters of the world. But, yeah, now we've made 2 PATs out of 2. Which, honestly, that's a win to me. Renegade, 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 renegade. Wakatakatika topakatopako takatakapakatoko petato pakatopakapakata. Akatapa papo pa. To pota pata potokota kata hai. Aikakodi yobado bato. Kakobabahi toto. And there, he ends up, I'm pretty sure, just throws it out of bounds. Because we just have this pressure. And this 4 verticals play is not working for him, but that's not in his head. He decides, you know what, let's keep running it. And I'm like, if you want to keep running this, man, you do you, because it's not working. Goes back to this slants play, and I'm like, pick, nope, because that is DeAndre Hopkins, and he gets the first down. He goes, hurry up. And I decide to put Fred into a deep blue. And I'm like, oh, dude, you can't throw that. And lucky for us, he does not. Well, maybe it was unlucky for us, because maybe that could have been an interception. But anyways, we stay in this. This game is so close, I'm like realizing, why are we playing such good games? And then he throws what would have been a laser, but it is overthrown, fortunately for us, making it 3rd and 10. Now, I'm expecting the literal same thing he's ran every single play, and I'm not disappointed. It is this slants. And unfortunately, his receiver gets the separation and makes the toe drag swag catch. And then Misses 1 tackle, misses 2 tackle, misses 3 tackles. And he gets the rushing touchdown with the classic stretch to the right. And then, does he make the PAT? And he does. Splits the sticks. And it is still a one-possession game. I'm still in this. He's still in this. It's anybody's game right now. Also, boys, I'm really sorry if this video ends up being like... God, it might almost be like an hour long. I'm just so disappointed in myself that I didn't get the editing and I didn't get a proper video out. But, oh well. I mean, what matters in the end is that we got the video out, and you guys might like these longer videos more. So I decided to go with the inside zone. Do I regret it? Well, kinda. I mean, it's just a 3-yard gain. And I decide, would it be wrong to run another slip screen? And the answer is no. You can never run too many slip screens. This one was like a little weird cross screen, but we still get the first down. So that's nice. So here it's this like corner play, but I audible out of it and go to my favorite play of the bunch, trail. And then X is wide open, but I miss it again. Fortunately, George Kittle makes a scary catch over that defensive lineman, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he was just a QB spy or what, because, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is the type of quarterback you need a QB spy for. But that rush with Raheem Mostert is going to bring us into the fourth quarter. And I'm like, I haven't passed it to Jerry once this whole game. Jerry, go deep. And he breaks one man. Bada bing, bada boom. He is too slow, gets the wrong animation, and we get a touchdown. Good play, Jerry. It is now 2021. Can we make 3 out of 3 PATs? And we do. I'm like sweating because 4 minutes left in the game. And little do I know, but he has the ball and he's going to just be running. He's going to be chewing the clock so he can go and win by a field goal. Now I decide maybe just for one play, let's not pinch. And, I mean, it doesn't go bad. I mean, obviously it's still a run. It's still a 5-yard gain. I would have preferred a 0-yard gain, but, I mean, you gotta get what you get. And then the one thing that actually kills this defense is if you just run up the gut. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I probably should have been pinching my D-line. But then he probably would have hit me with a stretch. Just like he did here for a second and 1. And here, I'm not staying true. I actually am switching plays. I mean, I'm staying with the blitz, but it's not the same play. He unfortunately gets the first down there. Stretch to the left, and we get a big hit. No fumble, because fumbles aren't a thing in this game. But it is 2nd and 8. And then I realize, oh my god, it is almost 2-minute warning. I feel like it just was 4 minutes in the quarter. And then I realize, am I really going to have to start using my timeouts? And am I really going to have to start just playing to stop everything so he doesn't get a field goal? He's at the 42-yard line. And I do a little weird thing. I do a different play. Goes right up the middle. Fortunately, we are there with Ronnie Lott. Now it is 3rd and 2. I'm like, you know what, let's go back to our blitz. If we stop this, this could be the game right here. Because we actually do. It is now 4th and 1, I think. And I'm like, do I call timeout? Well, And I'm like, well, I should probably call timeout, but it's kind of too late. And then he chooses to go for it, and I call a timeout. And then I know that he goes for it, so I go run commit. I'm like, you know what, man? I know he's going to run it. And then he starts calling audibles, and I get scared, so I go on Dion. And then he passes the ball. I'm like, oh my God, he has 2 wide open touchdowns. But the amount of people screaming at him forces him to throw the ball and have it be incomplete. And I'm like, holy crap, we might win this game. We might win 2 games in 1 video. This might be insane. So, 1 minute left, we go with the screen. We don't get the block because, again, blocking isn't a thing. And I go, you know what, man? I'm wasting some clock, but I am going with the ball carrier conservative, because if I fumbled and lost the game because of that, I would have probably ended up with 1 less controller. So here we are, we're staying with our favorite little play here. Hike the ball. Not sure what I'm looking for here. I mean, A's somewhat there, but so is Jerry for that laser beam. Yeah, Jerry's 2 passes have been caught, and I'm honestly very, very happy with it. I mean, he's been playing great. Then I'm like, you know what, let's start running. And we get a 10-yard gain. And there's 16 seconds, he calls his first timeout. And I'm like, oh my God, we could actually win this game. We could actually win this game. And obviously, you guys would be able to hear that instead of me doing a voiceover. I'm just praying that the voiceover saves. And so, I'm just running the ball. And he uses his second timeout, so now there's 11 seconds. And I hand it off. And I got the first down. And then I go, wait, is he going to call the timeout or am I going to have to? So I call the timeout because he's not going to. So I go ahead and go into field goal, which scares the crap out of me. It's just like a 25 or it's a 23-yarder. And then he calls a timeout, which ices the kicker, which does this weird thing that I've never played before. It puts this weird camera angle that I can't switch out of, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, what is happening? I can't see if this is going to go in or not. So obviously I make the power, but when you go for accuracy, it fades away. And then we split the sticks, and we win the game. But for some reason it says timeout, so I'm like, wait, what? But it doesn't matter because we win the game. And I am freaking out because we just win 2 games in 1 episode. We've had so many upgrades. This episode's just gone so well, besides, of course, nothing working. So, anyways, I'm so sorry this was so weird and if this is a super long video. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to be on vacation, so I don't know if there will be an upload next week. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.